Hi everyone, thank you for watching our video. In this video, I am going to give you a step-by-step guide to investing for beginners. Keep watching till the end and you will understand how to start investing. There are many experts giving advice on investments, but they make it very complicated. We have kept it very short and very basic. Once you have seen this video, then you can watch our other detailed videos. Before we start, please subscribe and like the video so that you do not miss our other educational videos. And remember, we are not offering any investment advice. This video is only for educational purpose. Let us start now. What is investing? And where does the need arise from? Once we start earning, we get money. Money is used to fulfill our basic needs like food, clothing, and house. But life is uncertain. No one knows what will happen tomorrow. To reduce the risk, it is important that we plan for it. Investment is one of the key aspects of our planning for future, not only to reduce the risk but also to secure growth and prosperity. So, what is investing? Let us go back to the basic question. Investing is the process of putting your money to work so that it can grow over time. While we continue to work day after day to earn money either in a business or in a job, we cannot let our savings remain idle. Just to clarify, savings is the difference between what we earn and what we spend. Investment gurus advise that we should save at least 30% of our income. This saving can be kept in form of cash or can be left in our bank account. Keeping in cash is the worst form of investing as it does not give you any returns. On the other hand, cash is risky to keep as there is always a possibility of it being stolen or lost. Keeping in bank account is also not a great option as typically return on bank account is on the lower side. Before we discuss where should we invest, let us look at a few critical goals of investing. First goal is to generate enough return to beat inflation. What is inflation? Let me clarify this very important concept to you. Inflation means the rate at which prices are increasing. What you are able to buy for 100 Rs this year, you will have to pay more for the same next year. You may have to pay 105 for the same. So, if you have 100 Rs today and if it does not grow, its value will decrease as you will be able to buy lesser goods from it next year. So, first goal of investing is to beat inflation so that the value of your money is protected. Keep in mind that you should always calculate post-tax return. Second important goal is safety of money. No one wants to lose money. It is very critical that our principal is protected whenever we are investing. So, while choosing investment, it is important that we look at only those options which are relatively safer. Third critical goal is liquidity. It means you are able to use the money when you need it. If your investment is locked in such instruments which are illiquid, you may face difficulty in accessing it when required. For example, if you have invested in real estate, you may not find a buyer quickly when you actually need money. It is important that at least a part of our funds is accessible whenever we need it. Now comes the most interesting part. All these three goals work opposite to each other. There is no such investment in world which is high on all these three aspects. If one is high, others will be lower. For example, if return is high, risk will be higher. Or, if liquidity is high, return will be lower. So trick is to identify the right mix of instruments to balance all the three goals. I am again repeating the goals for your understanding: better returns, minimal risk, and higher liquidity. There are many different ways to invest. One can read about it on internet, watch videos on TV or YouTube, or take advice from experts. There are two main categories of investments: fixed return instrument and non-fixed return instruments. Fixed return instruments promise you a return at a pre-determined rate of interest. So before investing, you know how much gain you may have on maturity. For example, fixed rate deposit in a bank may promise you 8% return for a year. So, you are reasonably assured that after 1 year, you may get your principal and 8% return as interest. I have used the word may get because there is always a risk of the bank or company going bankrupt. Typical examples of fixed return instruments are government bonds, corporate bonds, bank deposits, guaranteed return schemes of insurance, etc. There are some other types of investments, such as some schemes of insurance or mutual funds, which do not promise you fixed return, but they invest in fixed return instruments. Here, your returns may not be guaranteed, however you get most of the benefits of a fixed return instrument. A typical fixed return instrument may be less risky and will offer you a very moderate return. One must evaluate risk, tax benefits and promised return before investing in such instruments. We have a separate video on how to choose a fixed return investment. You must watch it. Let us look at the other category of investments, which is non-fixed return. As the name suggests, here returns are not fixed. So, at the time of investment, you will not know how much you will get back. As there is an element of uncertainty, why would anyone invest in such instruments? The reason is these investments offer a possibility of higher returns. You may end up getting much higher return than fixed return instruments. I have used the word possibility. There is a probability of getting lower return also, so there is an element of risk. The most common examples of such investments are equity-linked mutual funds and stocks. Stocks are shares of ownership in a company. When you buy a stock or shares, you are essentially buying a small piece of that company. So, you become owner of that portion of the company. If company is doing well in business, its stock price in share market is likely to go up. As you have bought shares of the company, your investment value also goes up. Profit-making companies also give dividends, which adds up to your return. Here the risk is, if stock prices go down, you may even lose your capital. So, there is uncertainty on return as well as risk of losing the capital. However, upside is that you can gain significantly higher rate of return on stocks if you have chosen your investments wisely. One has to be careful while investing in stocks. Smart investors like Warren Buffett or Peter Lynch have generated double-digit returns on stocks for a very long period of time. Let us look at mutual funds now. Mutual funds are baskets of stocks or bonds that are managed by a professional. This makes them a good option for investors who do not want to pick individual stocks or bonds. Mutual funds can invest in stocks or fixed return bonds. Funds investing in stocks are called equity-linked funds. This equity-linked funds have all the advantages and disadvantages of that of investing in stock market. However, for normal people or beginners, it is better to start with mutual funds. Here are some of the benefits of investing in mutual funds. Diversification. Mutual funds allow you to invest in a variety of assets, such as stocks, bonds, and money market instruments. This helps to reduce your risk. Professional management. Mutual funds are managed by professionals who have the expertise to choose the right investments for your portfolio. Liquidity. Mutual funds are easily bought and sold, so you can access your money when you need it. Low costs. Mutual funds typically have lower fees than other types of investments, such as individual stocks. Here are some tips for choosing a mutual fund. Consider your investment goals. Make sure the fund's investment objective aligns with your own goals. Look at the fund's performance. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results, but it can be a good indicator of how the fund has performed in the past. Consider the fund's fees. Mutual funds charge fees, so it is important to compare the fees of different funds before you invest. Read the fund's prospectus. The prospectus is a legal document that provides information about the fund, including its investment objective, risks, and fees. Investing in mutual funds can be a great way to grow your money over time. But it is important to do your research and understand the risks involved. By following these tips, you can increase your chances of success. As we have seen the basics of investing, here are some tips for investing successfully. Do your research. Before you invest in anything, make sure you understand what you are investing in. Diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your money out over different investments. Reinvest your earnings. When you make money on your investments, reinvest those earnings so that they can continue to grow. Be patient. Investing is a long-term game. Do not expect to get rich quick. In the end, investing can be a wonderful way to grow your money over time. But it is important to do your research and understand the risks involved. By following these tips, you can increase your chances of success. We have detailed video on investing in mutual funds, equity, and fixed return instruments. Do watch them for better understanding. Always seek advice from a professional or do your own research before investing. I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.